Las Vegas DMV and waiting on my 16-year-old son. He is getting ready to take his driver's license test today, just turned 16 today, and mom is inside doing all of the paperwork and getting him ready to take his test, and I'm sitting out here in the hot sun because only one of us could go in. And yeah, so I thought I would do a quick live video. Figure there's a few of you that are watching this video that are excited about the pump in the markets, and I want to give you a fair warning. This pump is not exciting me, not for the long term. I had a good friend, in fact the gentleman that is participating in the 10K to 100K bankroll challenge, messaged me yesterday and said, hey, is this finally going the direction that we want it to? Are we on our way back up to all-time highs? And I had to kind of burst his bubble and say, no, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's always just my opinion, this is not financial advice. I don't believe we are headed up for all-time highs. I would love to see Bitcoin run up to 25, 30,000, a nice little relief rally. I've got a project, a private sale that I'm heavily invested in called Whitley.io that I think would be fantastic if it launched into some positivity. So if Bitcoin runs up to $25,000, $30,000, hopefully they will be able to time the launch and maybe get the tokens out to us private sale investors. Also, I do have some moves made. If Bitcoin runs up to that $28,000 to $30,000 range, I am going to sell most of the tokens that are a part of that 10K to 100K bankroll challenge. For those of you that haven't been watching that, or I know I haven't made an update video on the 10K to 100K bankroll challenge recently, because since Bitcoin ran from 40,000 all the way down to 20,000, there hasn't been a whole lot to report. I've pretty much just been kind of sitting on things. But I do own some, what do I own? I own some XRP. I own some Unibright UBT. I own some of the Metis tokens. And what else do I have as far as that portfolio? Oh, I got the XCAD tokens. And then I've got a little bit of the old Luna that's basically worthless, and a little bit of the new Luna, which is almost worthless too. But my plan, if Bitcoin does get up as high as 28 to 30, is to sell a decent chunk of that. And then I'm probably going to start shorting the market. I do believe that long term we will see Bitcoin run back down to $10, $12, $14,000. I do believe we're in for a lot more pain. I think it's going to kind of ebb and flow. I was watching a video the other day that talked about back in 2013, I believe it was, Bitcoin retraced from about 2,000 all the way back down to about a $200 price, and for several months it traded between 200 and 300. It would go from 200 up to 300, back to 200. And so I think there's a possibility that we could see that channel kind of start to make its way and happen in this market, where we see Bitcoin run from 20 up towards 30, then come back down to 20, run back up to 30. And something that I'm going to do a little bit differently than I did back in 18, 19, and 20, where I just held everything, is I am going to use a portion, not all, but a portion of my portfolio, and I'm going to sell at 30, and then I'm going to short at 20. Then I'm going to buy back into some of the tokens that I like at 20. If everything runs back up to 30,000, I'll probably sell again and then short Bitcoin back down. And I'm hoping to get at least one good short in where I've got some decent money going, and I get down to, I throw in a short at 28 to 30,000 and watch it run all the way down to 10, 12, 14,000, where I can really make a significant amount of money on a short. And then right as it bottoms out and Bitcoin hits that $10,000 or $12,000 mark, close out the short and then pick up a bunch of Matic and Polkadot and Chainlink with the money that I just made on that Bitcoin short. And I'm hoping to be able to do that as many times as the opportunity presents itself between now and the next bull market, which, as you guys know, I think that the Bitcoin halving in 2024 is going to be the main catalyst, the thing that we're really waiting for at this point. I know that that's no fun to hear. It's only July of 2022, and I'm basically telling you that we're probably not going to see any significant big major moves in the market until 2024, sometime towards the end of 2024 most likely, and the beginning of 2025. But patience is a virtue. 2 to 3 years to be totally financially independent and to have your money situation, your wealth needle totally changed. Hey, babe, thank you. Hope everything is going good with Josh. I'm sitting out here waiting for him to take his driver's test. Thought I'd do a little bit of a live stream. And yeah, my wife just hopped onto the live stream. She's inside the DMV, and I get to sit outside being hotter than hot. Because only one of us could go in this particular visit. I'm not able to go inside the DMV today, so making the most of it though, hanging out with you guys. I got to looking at my videos and realized I hadn't made a video for a handful of days. All sorts of exciting stuff has been going on. I tell you what, folks, if you don't know who David Meltzer is, that's David Meltzer. Go Google David Meltzer and check him out, man. This gentleman has some incredible information. He is a entrepreneur, best-selling author. He hosts the couple of TV shows. One's called the 2-Minute Drill that I'm actually going to be getting on here pretty soon. It's kind of like a Shark Tank, but without the funding, without the facade, without all of the other stuff that goes on with the with all of the Shark Tank behind the scenes, the stuff that we don't see. So you do get to get on there and have an opportunity to talk about your company, to talk about your product. In my case, I'm really excited about sharing with people the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. Hey, Dilemma, how you doing, buddy? While I'm on my phone here, it's hard for me to try to talk or try to text back, but definitely those of you that are in here, I appreciate you. If you're on the live stream here, do me a favor, hit that like button real quick. Help this information get out to some other people. And if I could say one more time, if I was getting paid $1 for every time, huh? Sorry, I got distracted. My son is actually about 30 feet away from me, just walked out with the drive instructor and hopped into the car and going through honking the horn and turning on the turn signals and all of that fun stuff, man. Praying for him to have a fantastic driving test. I think he's ready. We've really been working hard for him. Thank you, Matt C. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, man, hitting that like button is so crucial to this old YouTube algorithm. It's always appreciated. Thank you so much. And so back to the market, folks. Right now is an opportunity for you to run your portfolio up. Hopefully we can see $25,000, $28,000, $30,000 Bitcoin. There's no guarantees that it's got to stop at 30. It could even go even higher than that. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I'm not getting as excited about it as I used to. Back in 2018 and 2019, every time Bitcoin did one of these rallies and started heading up hard, I'll never forget, my dad and I have been investing in crypto together this whole time. We had a lot of late night conversations, man, and if I had $1 for every time my dad and I got on the phone and said, man, this is it. This is the time. Richness is coming, man. Wealth is coming. And then we got our hopes and our dreams just crushed. And we had to wait all of 18, 19, 20 and into 21 before we really got, the wealth that we'd been working so hard for. So this time around, these relief rallies aren't getting me excited from the standpoint that I don't believe we're going to see new all-time highs on Bitcoin anytime soon. But I do see the opportunity. Back in 18, I was brand new to crypto. I didn't understand what I was doing. I really didn't know how to take advantage of a bear market the same way that I do now. So I'm very much looking forward on a small scale. Just a small percentage of my portfolio can add up. If you take 10, 15% of your portfolio and you kind of sell it at the top of these relief rallies or towards the top of these relief rallies, and then you're able to short Bitcoin all the way down to back to 20,000 or even lower, and then you have an opportunity then you have an opportunity to buy back all of those tokens that you sold at, say, 30,000. You sell them at 30, and you can buy them back at 12 or 7 or 20 or 17 or even as low as 12, and then run them back up. Because if Bitcoin does run all the way down to 12, it's probably going to run back up to 30 at some point in time, and then come back down to 20, like I talked about earlier, from 20 or from 200 to 300, back to 200, back to 300 multiple times in the bear market of 2013. I want to say that it was back in 2017, 2018. You know, Bitcoin went from 20,000 all the way down to a low of 3,200-ish. But in between, like, it had a channel where it stayed between like 6 and 10,000 for a lot of time. And from 6,000 to 10,000, once again, that's a 50% or over 50% increase. So, folks, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Once again, wish my son good luck on his driver's test. I look forward to doing an update video after he gets back here in about 10 or 15 minutes, hopefully with a passed status. And excited to see him driving and being able to move on with his dreams. But back to David Meltzer real quick. I kind of got off on a tangent. David Meltzer has been in Vegas a couple of times recently, and my son and I have actually gone to his meetups and got a chance to meet him. And then I was on his live stream. I got an opportunity to talk to him on his Instagram live last week and ask him a couple of questions, and got, you know, he kind of promoted my YouTube channel in a roundabout way by having me on his Instagram. This is a great man, business coach, you know, family coach, entrepreneur, best-selling author. I definitely recommend that you guys go take a look at some of his content. Maybe check out his website. I believe it's davidmeltzer.com, and that's MELTZER. And with that, folks, I am going to get off of here for now. I love y'all very much. I hope you're having a great day. God bless, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.